Okay. Hi, everyone. I am so surprised I haven't been on YouTube Live in such a long time. I feel like I have going through a million different things since I've been back in Colombia, and I even been going through a million and one things now. But I wanted to first of all, first of all, I really want to thank everybody for 500 subscribers. I think no matter how small wins are, this could look really small, like a really small win to somebody. Like, okay, 500 subscribers, like, who cares? But for me, that means so much. Like, I just feel like there's like some momentum going on. Let me just clean this little um, camera. But I feel like there is momentum going on, and I feel like I've been so hard on myself in the last few months. Like, I'm sure everybody is, that when you are doing something like on your own and really like going after your dreams, it some days can be really hard, like really, really hard. So I just want to put this like put this on a tripod. I actually lost track of time a little bit because I was editing, or I was giving my notes for the next YouTube episode, which is in a region called Pocorna. Okay, let me put this like that. Okay, that is so much better. So I, yeah, I feel like 500 subscribers. Like, I think my last video, I've gotten a lot of, love from everybody, like a lot of good feedback and support. And I didn't realize like how many people would be resonating with what I'm doing. Like, I, decided to start over in Colombia, and it's something I think I really wanted to do for a very long time. um, in my last relationship, I was, traveling to Colombia quite often, and I really just felt like something was calling me here. And I've never lived in Colombia before. I've only ever traveled to Colombia. So I really just, obviously now, like, I'm free to do what I want. And I just thought, you know what, like, after I lost my apartment, if you haven't seen that video, there's a whole video about it. But after I, not lost, I quit my job. I lost my apartment. My landlord ended up needing to, um, my landlord ended up like kind of kicking me out, but like not really. And I realized, like, no, this is a sign from the universe that I need to move to Colombia. And if you are tuning in and you are someone that's thinking about starting over or starting over some sort of project, like, listen to that voice. Like, seriously, listen to that voice, because you just won't regret it when you actually go for it. And I feel like I'm finally really living my truth and like living what I want to be living, which is living an adventure. So honestly, like, just to feel that that support is happening, like to feel, um, that people are resonating with the message and enjoying what I'm putting out there. I just want to make sure I don't like miss any comments, because I actually haven't been on YouTube Live often at all. Um, and so I think if it comes up, this first stream, oh, well, that's not really nice. um, so yeah, that's okay. Well, I guess I have to get used to that being um making content. So I'm just gonna ignore that. So yeah, I am currently in not Medellin. I'm currently in Guatape. So I don't know if anyone knows what. You know what? I am just gonna remove people if you comment on my breasts, because fuck off. So I don't know if nice ones meant in relation to that, but if I see one more comment, then you're just gone. Bye. So I am here in, yeah, like, seriously, what does jump mean? How do I person completely. Hide user, put user on timeout. There we go. Wow, I've never gotten that on TikTok Live. This fucking sucks. Sorry to swear. I actually never swear in my content. Um, yeah, there we go. So I'm in Guadalupe and I'm going through a little bit of. Oh, you're from Iran. Cool. Hi. I am currently in Colombia, and so I decided to come here because I was really like. I'm living at home, so part of starting over, I didn't move into like a nice fancy Airbnb. Like I wasn't moving into my own apartment. Like I moved into my 95-year-old grandmother's house. So I have been going a little bit. What are you doing wrong? I don't know. um, I really wanted to just get some space, like get some space, go on my own, and just have like a sort of like creative retreat. And then while I've been here, I've really just been realizing like, okay, I still, if you don't know, I'm also working on making women's hiking pants. And I am right now in the stage of getting a second sample made. And so that's taking a little bit longer than I anticipated. So I am waiting for that second sample. And I'm just thinking, like, if I stay at home, I really don't feel like I'm doing the thing that I came here to do. Like, I came here to discover all of Colombia, to really, really, really just enjoy all of the nature, the people, everything that this country has to offer. So I think I need to be on the road. Like I think I need to be, going from, town to town and like really I just want to see all the differences of Colombia. Like all I know is the coast. Well, I know a little, I know a fair amount. I've been to also the Amazon, I've been to the coast, and I've been to different like towns in Antioquia. Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael McElroy. Um, so I really want to, yeah, just discover more. And I think that um, I just took a bus from Medellin to here, and it was like $5, and it really was very quick. It was only 2 hours long. Colombia is nice, like Brazil. It's possible to live naturally. Yeah, it's just I feel like my whole life I spent in thank you. um, my whole life I spent in Canada. Well, actually, that's not true because I spent the last 6 years in Barcelona, where I was living before, and I just don't think I've ever really connected with my country. And this is like my roots. Like my entire family is Colombian, so I really want to just connect more with the people and connect with my roots and everything. Uh, Hermosa, hola, saludame. Hi, Zook. Hi, Gary. Good morning. So that's the plan. I think what I'm going to do is that I had this place for 4 nights, and because I quit my job, I'm on a pretty strict budget, especially since I'm trying to like make a business and like make my pants and everything. So I am now starting to reach out to Airbnbs and being like, hey, like, can I just like take some pictures of your Airbnb in exchange for some nights? And honestly, it's been working so far, which is amazing. So I got this place. This place is incredible. Like, so look at this view. Like, I wake up and it's this view is what I see like when I wake up, which is like very different from where I was living in my grandma's house. And then like the whole place like looks like this. Like, and then I have a little station here for like my work and stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, I have literally everything with me. Like, I have, hi Lisa, I have my drone, I have my computer, I have all of my stuff. Like, why do I need to go back and like stay? Um, my human potion want to flow in you. What? Oh my gosh, I really have to get used to YouTube Live because TikTok Live is so different. Sorry. So anyway, I think I just want to just continue to go along different, just like to different towns and like just travel by bus. Like I have never really done. Would you live like a naturist? What do you mean by that? Like, what kind of? What do you mean by that? I'm really suspicious of all comments now. But yeah, I just think that if I can travel around by bus, I can get around really cheap. I can continue to offer Airbnbs. Like I can take decent photos for somebody's Airbnb. So I have my tripod. I can do everything. And then I can, also offer drone shots. Like not everybody has access to a drone. So it's like it's really easy for me to like be able to exchange that just for a couple nights for free on their in their place. Like living from the nature and not shaving and these things. Um so I do have a bit of like an update of like what I want to be doing is like my next adventure. So one thing is that I have been to the Amazon now twice. And the last time I went, I was staying with an indigenous family, and that indigenous family was absolutely incredible to me. Like they really took me in as one of their own. Like they were really just very very sweet and like just really opened their doors to me, and I learned so much from them of what it means to like connect to nature, that nature has its own spirits and that it has its own soul, and that we should ask forgiveness to nature when we go in and we maybe chop some things to to pave the way. So this whole time in the jungle with them really opened my eyes. Like I only started um, getting into nature like maybe 5 years ago. Like I've always been such a city girl. Like I was born and raised in Toronto. I lived in Barcelona, both very big cities. And so I really only got into nature when it was like 5 years ago. And I did a big road trip from Barcelona down to Sevilla, and I hiked a lot and whatever. And so I feel like I want to move it like that. Even though my lips, I put something weird on my lips and now they look really weird. But um, bear with me. And so I realized like when I've been back, like I've been thinking like, okay, I want to travel a lot of Colombia. Like I want to do something different, but something keeps calling me back to the Amazon. Like I feel like there's still so much I need to learn from that family and learn about their, just their ancestral knowledge. Like they, the patriarch of the family, his name is Don Gilberto. He is like the patriarch of the family. So there's like him. Thanks, Rick. It actually is fascinating. It's really, really interesting. And so the father, so it's like there's the couple, and then they have I think like 7 kids or something, and then they also have some children. Not everybody lives on the reserve, but the reserve is enormous. Like it's really big. He planted like 15,000 acai trees, and so it's called Reserva Acai. And so it's like I got to experience like this intergenerational living with them. That's gonna come out in 2 episodes, by the way. That's the next episode will be a place called Cocorna, and then the episode after that starts all the Amazon content, and I cannot wait for all that content. I've been sitting on it since February is when I went. So anyway, I really think that there's just something calling me back to go there. So I actually ended up messaging him while I was here, and I was like, hey, like I don't know if you have any plans to like have any tourists come or you have people coming, but I would really like to come back. And would you have me? And he sent me back the sweetest message. Like, I wonder if I can play it for you guys. So, like, oh yeah.
Sí, Laura,
Yeah,
Laura, buenas tardes. Habla con don Gilberto, Laura, sí.
This is like from the Amazon.
Este tiempo es bueno venir por acá porque pues no hay mucho invierno ni mucho verano,
It's not too
sino
much,
que pues el clima está muy bueno. Y sí, como ahorita pues también nos podemos reunir con algunos abuelos.
You're gonna get the point. So
Puede venir para
basically, it's
conversar,
just
¿no?
like yes, come.
Para
It's
que
a 2-minute long. I don't know. I'm gonna force you all to listen to 2 minutes, but stayed. So I went with a friend. Unfortunately, this time I would be. Unfortunately, this time I would be having to go alone. Like I can't afford a videographer. Hopefully, I can still make a nice video out of that. Mm, I don't know why that thing I put on my lips like it makes my lips look so weird, but anyway. So I think that I just want to go back because what we did is we did some walks in the jungle. We did a sleepover in the jungle, which was insanely cool because what the Suns did is that um, they like built a whole. It's called a kombucha in Spanish, but it's basically like a little like a shelter. Yeah, they built the shelter. Like that bushcraft stuff. Like they make stuff out of the nature. So they just take banana leaves, like literally just like stuff from the trees to make a rope. They made a bench. They made a barbecue. Like it was so freaking cool. Like I couldn't believe it. And they even brought candles and like set a vibe. Like it was really, it was really cool. And it's funny because my friend was like obsessed with one of them. She probably kill me for saying that on here, but it's yeah, whatever. But anyway, we had that night in the jungle, and then Don Berto taught me a lot about when we just walked in the jungle. Like I really realized that they had everything that we need. Like they just live off the land. Like they go to they can fish right from the river. They grow their own fruit. They have their chickens for some eggs. I think the only thing they really buy is probably some medicine that they need that you can't heal through some plant medicine. And then maybe some rice is what they had to get from like the market. But they literally had everything that you could need. Like I think when I even got my period and I started getting period cramps, and he was like, "Oh, I can make you a specific tea to calm that down." I was like, "I don't know if that's gonna work." But and it didn't. But it's okay. But anyway, it's more like there was just so much that I think that I could learn from them. But I went on that trip in like such a rush. Like I was so stressed about working on all of like my projects and stuff before my friend came, and so I didn't really prepare and everything. So I ended up, just going in such a rush. And so now that I feel like I'm a bit more settled here and I have some more time and really like just taking it more easy, like now I really want to go and just make something really cool with them and learn more from them. Because, like I said, that ancestral knowledge, like from the jungle, is so fascinating to me. And it's just, they live just so differently from the way I live anyway. And so it's, even when I would ask them, what are the things that you get stressed about? Or what are the things that that makes you like lose your sleep or what are the anxious thoughts that you have because I feel like in the modern world we're so overwhelmed with like information our jobs and dating and everything is just so stressful and so I was really curious like this is not the modern world like what they would answer me they'd answer me things that were so like one of them would be like oh well sometimes when I go into the jungle and I come back, like I guess I'm a bit stressed about, if a jaguar is gonna come back out at me. And I'm like, what? Yeah, normal. Like, it's just what that whole experience reminded me is that like we like those stress things are things that are programmed in our bodies in our in from when we used to live like that like when we used to live like in the jungle or when we had to worry about hunting for our food like those stresses was to protect us from natural threats so it was so fascinating to like have hi Shakib. It was so fascinating to see like somebody that is today in 2025 and actually was saying like no like what my biggest stresses are like an animal threat and that was just so mind blowing to me and like just so cool to see how different people are living. I think sometimes like I don't know where everybody is like watching in from, but for my case, like I think I live in a very digital world, and I have lived in very like modern cities, and it's like, man, like we just have so much like noise and stress that made up stress and like made up thoughts in our heads, and I feel like being with that family reminded me of what it feels like to be in such a like a present moment space. So anyway, that is what I think I need to plan out when I'm going to go back to the Amazon. And I think I'm going to spend 4 more nights here. Hola, Bella. Hi, Samuel. Um, I'm going to spend 4 more nights here, and then I want to go to another pueblo, like just to experience a bit more of Antioquia. I also do have to make it back in November at some point to my dad is coming to visit. So my dad lives in Canada, and I need to figure out if I go to the Amazon immediately or not. And I also would like to try to find some sort of a partnership with, an airline or something that can make the cost a lot cheaper. Because, like I said, I quit my job, and so I'm trying to like really just be careful about, how I'm spending my money, and make it last as long as possible. And yeah, I think that I'm really also excited for the next episode, so I'll tell you guys a little bit about that. The next episode is in a place called Cocorna, Antioquia. And Cocorna, about 20 years ago, was absolutely like, really controlled by guerrillas. I don't know if it was the ELN or the FARC, but it definitely was an area where, guerrillas were taking people, and, for the paramilitaries, like the paramilitaries would harass people and threaten people and displace people based on the fact if they were helping the guerrillas. And so it was really just such a stressful time for civilians. Like they really didn't have a lot of security. Like they couldn't just, live in tranquility, and there was just a lot of violence going on. So 20 years later, um, the gringo paisa and, some Colombians and some other gringos like can be able to drive along that route, which is like the Medellin Bogota highway, and that's where a lot of paramilitary used to be in 20 years ago. And they would stop people, they would ask them questions, and maybe you would die, or maybe you would get kidnapped. Like it was really, really, really dangerous. And so, as I'm putting this video together and like knowing that history, it's such an eye-opening thing of like there's just so much this country has gone through so much transformation. And that's not to say that there isn't still guerrillas present in the country, just not in this. From my understanding, there's none in this region, I think. But it's more in Catatumbo is, I think, where there's a lot of heat in those areas. So gonna avoid that. And but yeah, in Cocorna, this is like a region that is filled with like waterfalls, lots of nature activities, lots of hiking. Like it's absolutely stunning. So the video, I basically go, "Hola, Sofia." Basically, it's I go to so I get invited to this nature activity, and it's at my friend's eco hotel, and so we go there, and we have a guide that takes us into this valley where you see all of these amazing waterfalls, and it's so so so. Hope to see you soon in live TikTok. So, I love going live on TikTok, but I feel like I need to concentrate on my YouTube, and I really miss going on live on TikTok. It's really, it makes me happy when I do it. But I need to, I feel like I've been getting so distracted by all these platforms. Like, I've only been really trying to be a content creator for like a year, and it's you can get burnout. Like definitely you can get burnout, and I feel like I'm like on all these platforms and posting, and I'm like, what is my dream? And right now, my dream is to grow on YouTube and document all of my adventures on there. So I need to like make a choice, even though TikTok is like really the platform I love so much because it's just so nice. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So we go into this valley that is filled with like waterfalls and all this stuff, and it's really, really beautiful. And basically, I try some different things that alters your reality, and it's really fun. But I don't like don't do as I do. Like just enjoy it. It's not meant to like show people like you should be doing this in order to have fun. Anyway, oh my god, I really need to get better at explaining myself when I talk about these things. But it's gonna be another 20-minute long episode, which I want to continue doing. I think long form is definitely my thing. I love storytelling, and I think when I was making shorter videos on other platforms, it's not enough time. So I'm really excited. It's gonna drop this Sunday at I want to say I think I said 12 p.m. Eastern. I think is what I put on to like social media. But if you make sure you are liked and sorry, you are subscribed, and that you don't miss when the episode launches. And I have brand new music on it as well, which I'm so excited for. I love curating the music for my videos. I and now working with an editor, so I give her like the creative brief, and she helps me put the story together. But I have like direction on what sort of story we're telling, and I love the music curating part. It's like my favorite part of making the videos. So I really hope you all enjoy it. I'm gonna try to be going on YouTube live at least once a week, and I really, really, really want to say thank you so much again for 500 subscribers. Like it means the freaking world to me. And hopefully this channel can just keep growing. If you want to support the channel, I also have some links in my bio